guys, and thank you for making the choice to click in to watch Chat with Trina.
Hello, everybody. This is Miss Trina with Chat with Trina, and we are still in Trina's Favorite People Month 2020. I had to add that 2020 on because I got some people kind of riled up, but today I'm excited. We're winding down. I saved some of the best for last. I am here. Well, before I do that, I said I'm gonna start doing this at the beginning because people say they don't listen all the way through. So let me remind y'all, you need to go to www.youtube.com/chat with Trina, hit subscribe, and then hit that little bell so that you can be notified when I upload a new video. So these DJs are all DJs, believe it or not, that have worked with me one way or another during my time in the dance community. And I don't know if they've done anything for me outside the dance community, but they've been my DJ and worked with me throughout the time. So, wow, y'all have. So my thing is what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little fun. To introduce y'all, I'm going to introduce you and try to remember what you did, what event you did for me, with me. I'm saying for me. So, okay. DJ Corey, the So You Want to Dance. I met you at the Red Rooster, I believe. But you did my So You Want to Dance extravaganza. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you do any other for
yes,
me?
I did. Can you hear
Tell me one.
I did. Shucks, I've done so many. I can't remember
little
all
parties, right?
But,
I didn't know.
Yeah, I know. I did a bunch of parties. I think I did a bunch of parties. Yeah. But I know the So You Want to Dance extravaganza. I know I did that one too.
For sure. I think that's when I had the two DJs for the first time. I did you and Kevin. Was that you, Lethal Weapon?
Yep.
Yeah. I think I might have been one of the first people that did the double DJ thing. So Lethal Weapon, you did.
I think you were.
Yeah. Yes. Lethal Weapon, Kevin Kennerson did my So You Want to Dance extravaganza, and he did my first swing out cruise. Whoop whoop. I have a picture of him laying down on a thing with some balloons on his head. I pose every so often. That one makes me smile because thinking about the good times. And okay, was that the only thing to get that? And did you do anything else for me? You did you emceed my all white party at Divas. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, DJ Snoop. You know, my family loves Snoop. So whenever we do something, he kind of the first DJ we kind of called because my mama think that's her child too. But he's done my mama's birthday party. You did. Let me let it. Oh, did you do my sapphire party when I changed from the all white to the sapphire? Or was that my health fair? You did something at the Palm Palace for me.
I did at the Palm Palace.
Might have been a birthday.
All white. It was all white, but I think I did a postal.
Yes, you did the post office party. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So those, and then my new friend, Mr. I used to call him. I thought it was Kraz Q or something like that, but it's Crazy Q. So he was starting to do the second Sunday dance for all is what he did for me, and hopefully when the world opens up we can get that going again. Hopefully there's a venue left open to have it at. May have to open my own. So anyway, I think did I do good?
Mm-hmm.
I think I did good. I want to say thank you to all of y'all for everything that y'all do for not just the Houston dance community, but for all over, because what I tell people is that there's no party and there's no event without the DJ and a good DJ. You know, you guys are very flexible. You work, you make the party happen. And I just want to say for me, thank you for always working with me. When I call on you, you're usually there. Thank you for celebrating my birthday with me today. Thank you so much. And are y'all's families doing okay during this time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's families?
Yes.
Corey? Mm-hmm. Good. Okay. There's been a lot of craziness going on. So I just think we all should keep each other wrapped up in prayer because there's just so much going on. I know some of you have worked on internet radio. How do y'all enjoy that? Lethal Weapon? You can't hear me?
It was fun for me. It was an experience for me.
Do you still do it?
No, not at the moment. It's shut down for right now.
Okay.
We're supposed to restart actually in June or July. But
okay.
About it so far. So yeah.
Uh, okay, there you go. There you go, Kevin. All right,
I'm back.
Snoop, how did you enjoy the internet radio?
Me or Lethal Weapon?
Oh, Lethal Weapon. Did he
Okay, so
go?
what?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Mhm.
So what did you enjoy the internet radio station? Snoop said he enjoyed it, but it's slowed down for now. It's stopped for now.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly because it was a way for me to up my game, really to start looking for more music and to broaden my horizons and eventually become something that I didn't realize that I was going to become, which was an MC. So yeah, that became
Okay.
something more. Yeah, so I enjoyed it.
I spoke with my friend. Now y'all know Teddy Lewis, Barbara Lewis's mom. She has a radio station, KIHY, and it's actually a really good station. And they're trying to do a lot of things. But I was talking to them yesterday, and they were mentioning what they like about it is the freedom of it, to where you can play what you want to play.
Dave Max was the owner and founder of it, and he just gave us free will to do whatever we wanted, however we wanted, and it was just a fun experience. And we reached out to not only the national level, but we were international. So it was fun.
Oh, okay. Wow. Snoop, did you want to add anything on that?
I mean, not really. Like Kevin said, it was fun. We had listenings from other countries, and
That is so cool.
great experience because with me, I'm quiet. I don't do a lot of talking, so it's like reaching out to people with my music like that. That was impressive for me.
Okay, that's cool to get the music out. Almost like the live musicians that I promote a lot too. I like seeing them get out so they can get their music, more out there. So I was talking to a DJ yesterday, and she was talking about how she has what she calls escapism. And so she plays all kind of music, including like the B-side, like all this new music. So I had mentioned to her that I had heard, I think it was you, Kevin, and you, Q, that mentioned that y'all do try to play new music, especially at events. And it sometimes doesn't go over well, or maybe people. So she was just mentioning that there's a science to try to slide it in there, and that to get their buy-in for it. Do you guys agree?
Definitely agree.
Yeah.
Definitely agree. It's definitely a science to try to get it in, because being what a lot of people listen to radio stations and things that are promoted and pumped in their ear, when you try to introduce new music, it kind of turns them off if they don't have a video or some type of a link from a movie or something. So you have to kind of, it's a science to, and everybody, each of us have our own way of trying to do it. And, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's all a dice roll. But it's definitely a science.
You don't give up. You still keep trying to do that and get that new music out.
Of course.
Okay. Anybody else? Y'all agree? Because she mentioned that sometimes she'll go to there's some music she's been pulling up that's like from the 70s, and she say it's like, dang, why have nobody heard this before? So she'll put it out there and play, and it's like, is that new? And it's really not new. It was on the B side. Even Johnny Gill, his CD that was out. I like I know the music they were playing out there, but he had some music on there that hadn't been played that's like better than what was actually on the radio and what they thought made a good single. So any other thoughts on getting the new music out there? Are y'all not afraid of it? Kevin, I know you were one that said that you tried, but it doesn't always work.
The presentation is everything, and if you're in a groove, and if that groove, and I know Q, Snoop, Corey, if you feel that groove and it fits along that groove, and by the time they are really into a groove and they start dancing, they don't even realize that they're dancing to the song. So it's like your presentation, and like they said, there is a sign. Once you hit that groove and that move, and they'll be like, oh, I like that. And then they're, they don't even realize they're dancing to a new song. They're just in a groove. And then it also depends on the setting. And we've all been in a setting where they just dance to anything. They're just dancing. So like I said, 99% of the time, it works.
Okay.
Those other, you might catch them on a slow night, or they're just getting. So it just depends on how you do it. But it's all if you feel it, they they feel it because they know you've never steered them wrong.
That's true. That's true. So that's like almost like a little trust thing with your DJ. Okay, I get that. Have you guys done any DJ gigs since the pandemic?
No.
To
Actually,
Kevin?
no. The last thing I did was that Sunday at the Red Rooster, and then that Monday is when they shut everything down.
Oh, so you had DJ'd there?
Yeah.
While they
I
were
did
open. Okay.
I guess DJ for Coach East and them on last third Sunday they had the Rooster.
Oh, okay. Did Snoop, you?
I haven't done anything since March, third Saturday in March.
Okay. If someone invites you guys to DJ, are y'all going to do
Actually, when the pandemic came out and they were opening the clubs back up, Tito actually called me that Thursday and asked me if I wanted to do something, but I was still hesitant about being in the crowd and stuff, so I had to turn him down. And unfortunately, that was the last time we and him actually spoke.
Yeah. Q?
I'm open depending on the situation. So
I understand that. I think I've heard that a few times. Yeah. Lethal Weapon.
Actually, when the pandemic happened, I had almost 10 gigs along with you that were supposed to happen. All of them, of course, canceled. I haven't done anything since before my birthday in March. So I have not, and I'm skeptical about it as well. But it depends on the person. And if I have to be like 50 feet away from everybody, I might.
Yeah,
it's a big night.
Snoop.
Last night was actually happening around people.
Say that again, Corey.
I said last night was the first time I went out actually in front of people and stuff. Since this whole thing, I stopped by SLD and support Ron and them.
I saw that video. I mean, I saw that. I saw the video sometime today. So, Snoop, if someone asked you, would you consider?
I would consider, depending on how many people would be there.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'll be away from the crowd. Don't ask for no requests because if you do, you better text me because I'm not. Don't come near me.
I laughed really hard because one of these questions has to do with me and these request thing, this annoying request thing that I got going. But anyway, okay, so this time I say I'll go with that saying no request DJs. But I'm glad to hear that y'all said that, okay, you would consider, but I'm glad that you guys have some boundaries on what you would do. That makes that I like that because I don't know if y'all know Zydeco. Some of these Zydeco's are going, and I've even said to them, why don't y'all at least tell them that y'all have to be a certain feet away from the crowd? You got to give them some kind of boundaries so that you can make sure that you and your team are stable. And by the way, let's just stop for a minute. King's Beard Grooming, yes. Let's give it up for King's Beard Grooming, my boy De Leon.
I know you see it. Yes.
They're representing. Kevin, so are you doing anything besides playing around with that new grandbaby of yours?
Well, that's my new lifeline. But outside of that, I just listen to new music and I just absorb all that music, like you say, just putting all that music together. And I've done some chats, but outside of that, just listening to music and, like I say, enjoying this time to get myself mentally ready. Because I know once the city and the world opens up,
I agree.
I'm gonna hear from you, and then I know it's gonna be two folks. I'm gonna have to say, "Oh, let me see." No, but yeah, I know it's gonna be a lot of things.
We're gonna get back to that.
Yeah.
What about you, Corey? You doing anything? I know you like to just chill, and with what's been going on for the past month and a half, I know you've slowed down, just kind of taking that in.
Oh yeah, just life of my regular job and trying to take care of family, and just checking out new music and seeing what's working and. Just basically keeping busy, basically. Because, all you can do now is go to work and go home and go to sleep.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with y'all. So at the beginning, I was like so scared to do anything. So I wasn't doing anything. But around June, early July, I did start seeking out places that I felt would be safe for me to go listen to me some live. I don't do any dancing, but I'll go listen. I love live music. That's my other happy place other than dancing. So I've been to a few places that they totally don't have a state. They're abiding by the, the percentage rules. They are Some are even Scott Gardner's place. They do the temperature thing, and then I can call them and say, "Hey, I want a table over here." You know, and they're over there. I'm over here. I can do that. There is one place where I went to see my boy Dominique last week. Gave me all of my birthday life, but I won't be going back there no more because they've decided that they're not going to follow the social distancing rules. So I won't be participating in that. So if they go along those guidelines, I do try it out a little bit, but if I go and I see it's a bunch of people out there, I'm not gonna go. And I do wear my mask. Let me just say this real quick. I thought this was so funny. My grandmother passed, y'all. So y'all know at the funerals, you can't have a certain amount of people. Cemeteries can't have a certain amount of people. So that means no hugging. So we told my mama this lecture, gave her this lecture, me and my sister. Mama, you can't hug people at the funeral, okay? You just gotta remember that, because we know we want people to hug us because it's natural, but you can't hug people at the funeral. We at the funeral, and my mama didn't hug everybody in the room. I'm like, Mama, you are in the category. You can't be doing. I didn't hug anybody. Yes, you did. You can't be doing that. So, point being, y'all, we just got to be careful. There's so many things that is so natural to grab and hug and stuff. We just got to try to be careful. Has anybody been tested?
Oh yeah, I've been 3 times.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. What about Snoop?
Well, I'm essential person. I'm essential personnel, so I gotta stay tested.
Oh, that's right. Snoop, do they make you? Are you essential since you're FedEx? I mean, are you FedEx? You're UPS. I'm backwards.
It's FedEx.
Okay. Do you have to?
I was tested. Yeah, but we're not required. But
Okay.
I was tested earlier. Back in March, you know, I had some patients with my
right. Yeah.
So
that's another reason I'm sure you need to make sure that you're careful about if you were to go and do a gig.
Yeah.
Q, did the PLUSPS that I'm mad at right now, can you go find my mail, please? I got a birthday gift that I don't have.
It's coming.
My mama done told me to go up there and meet the woman at the thing. I'm not gonna do that. So, we don't need my sister coming out here. But yeah. So Q, have you been tested before though?
No, I haven't been tested.
Okay. And I'm just asking at it. I was tested. I've been tested twice, but I think I'm gonna do it again since I have been some places. But I try my best to. I think Q, you've been to a few places, but at the 2 places that I know that you've been, 2 of those are very. Scott Gardner's place, I know they have the social distancing and they kind of have people separated, and then that other place that I won't give them any type of marketing or promotions for. They're thinking about money instead of and my friend is gone from there too. FYI, she rolled out as well.
Yeah, with Bozeman.
Yes, my heart. When actually, it was just like, y'all remember where we were when we heard Kobe died. Y'all remember? Yep. Q and Kevin.
SLD.
At SLD at that meeting, and it popped up on my phone, and that's the same way this happened to me, and I did the same. I was like, what? And this has been just a year of, oh gosh, I mean, there's been a few little positives, but it has definitely been a year of losing some people who I thought when Kobe passed, that was just, the year was gone. But then we just, you know, how are y'all dealing with that? Like,
it's sad. You know,
very sad.
Even though you don't, like, I mean, I haven't, you know, personally met them like some people may have, but it's like, you know, you feel like you have a connection with them, you know, especially, you know, with the Black Panther. I mean, that was an awesome movie, you know, and it was just, you know, it was hard, you know.
It was definitely. I saw a little boy. He had his little picture, his little figurine of the Black Panther, and he was crying. I guess matter of fact, he was doing this, and he had his little figurine of the Black Panther. And he was crying because I guess his parents had told him that, you know, he passed. Which I'm sure in his mind, now that I think about his age, probably he thinks the Black Panther, which he has, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So I thought that was sad, but I also thought it was so. Oh God. I don't know if that's strength. I don't know what word they use, that he kept that all to himself, and his parents were so his family was so respectful to keep his secret. That's something that Huh?
I'm gonna be. I ain't even, but I saw it in a two different positive ways.
Uh-huh.
That he was around and had it. Nobody knew he lived his life to the fullest and did some iconic movies that his legacy will live forever. So my thing was, he didn't complain. He did his. He gave his best, and his smile did not give off his ailment.
Absolutely.
And his circle was so tight that they kept it so inside. So when he passed, it shocked us all. But I looked at it as, you only live once. You go hard.
Yeah.
You leave a legacy. And like I said, his smile did not give off what he had. So I was just in all of it. So I hate he passed, but I saw the positive.
He was allowed to keep his dignity, and then someone Gary with the T. I don't know if y'all know who Gary with the T is. Gary with the T is on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. But he was on today, and I was like, I don't want to hear what he's going to say. He's going to say something real stupid. I don't want to hear. But anyway, I said, let me go see what he's going to say about Chadwick. But what he said was that, think about it. Because for some reason, someone was saying, you know, why did he keep it a secret? Which was none of their business. As my daughter say, they need to look on their own paper. The thing that he mentioned was that just think if he would have put it out there that he had this, he might not have been Black Panther, because people would have started thinking insurance, this, that, the other, and some of the things that he was able to do, he probably would not have been able to do those things because of the backlash he would have gotten for that, which is sad that, you know, that would have happened. So I said, okay, I can see that, you know, because I mean,
he played three iconic figures. He played three iconic figures if you think about it. He went from Jackie Robinson to James Brown to Thurgood Marshall to Black Panther. Everything he did was iconic and left legacy. He did everything within that short period of time.
He went out with a bang. Yeah. So I'm going to get to some fun so we can smile. Oh, let me say this. Racial disparities real quick. So as far as music is concerned, have y'all thought about, like, if we think about the 70s music that was going on, and even the 80s music with your Public Enemy and Tupac, how it's so relevant to what's going on right now? Is it not crazy to you? Like, I think about Marvin Gaye's What's Going On, you know, like, and then Tupac.
You know, like the old folks used to say, life ain't nothing but a big old circle. Everything comes back around.
Absolutely. So when I was going through trying to find my quotes, you know, y'all, I don't know if y'all know, Tupac is my boyfriend in my mind, and I know he gone, but he's still my boyfriend. Like, so love me some Tupac. But I was going through some of his quotes, you know, just I love quotes and affirmations. If y'all can't tell, I send out a quote every morning. And I was just listening to some of the stuff that he said, and then sometimes you can click on some of his videos and things that he's saying about the police and stuff. It's like, dang. And Public Enemy, I didn't even used to like Public Enemy. I thought I would just say, oh, they just too much. And now that the world is where it's at, I'm like, oh wow, they were so significant to the world. And oh gosh, like, I hate I missed out, because I went to a concert and I believe I went and ate food during that time. While they performed. So anyway, so what have y'all thought about those kind of things, the music and how it's so relevant to what's going on?
I can say a lot of songs from the 70s, but I mean, if you think about it, the 70s was that time when we were evolving from segregation to giving power to the people. If you think about it, there was a song, the Shy say, for God's sake, give power to the people. Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. It was just so many songs back then that was coming up and out. And then if you go to Public Enemy, I was a Public Enemy fan from day one. So it was Fight the Power That Be. You know, it was just.
Oh, yeah, I did like that one.
Yeah, so it's just so many songs that you know, are relevant now. Like Corey said, it comes around, but it comes around. So it's always been there.
Yeah.
It's just what we.
Right. Snoop, you have any songs that you think of that with what's going on now?
Yeah, what Kevin, you know, brought up, you know, the songs that he brought up, it's like, you know, all of this, and of course, you know, all this is just coming back around, but it's, you know, things have been happening, but it's like now we're just seeing it more. trying to figure out, like I say, what's really going on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. It's crazy. Q, any thoughts?
Well, I typically look at the music that connects us together rather than separate and get into the politics.
That's a
I
good
like
idea.
music because music always connected us. Even in the early days of hip hop, it wasn't so much about what color of skin you were. It was about the struggle. It was about the love of music, the love of dance. Even if you go back to the 80s and the Beat Street
Okay,
and all of the
yeah.
breaking and all that stuff. So I typically look at that kind of stuff. And when I hear music, that's what I hear. I hear the love and the connection.
And that is true. We talked about that during the interview I had yesterday about how music connects us so and how music, we love to dance, but I love both. I think we all have that thing that we love music and dance. And music is just like everything. Y'all know music, people remember where you were when you first heard that song. I post quotes sometime about what music does for me. It's either gonna make you cry for a happy thought or maybe cry for a sad thought. Music is just I mean, there's just no really real explanation. I don't have a good explanation of what music does for me. Is that why most of y'all became DJs? Does music do that thing for you that brings you happiness? And then you're bringing that happiness to other people too.
I think that one of bringing it to other people is one of the biggest drives. That's really got to be it, because when you're in the zone and you're in that place and you feeling good and you look out on the floor and you see people having a good time, it's just a feeling of euphoria.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like it. It's like a high. It's like a high. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like a high.
Yeah. Yeah. And believe it or not, as an event planner, I feel the same way. Like you do all, because I hear people say sometimes with our swing out graduation, they don't want to do it because it's too much work. Man, events are work, but man, when you put all that work in and you put it out there, you get it all done, and then you sit down that night at your table and you look at all these freaking people you got there and they having a good time, and you know that you are part of the reason that they're out there. Like there's no bigger high for me than that. No bigger. It's not about the money for me. And y'all know, most of y'all know that my gala was $25. And y'all know most of the ones that were able to attend that, y'all know what that gala looked like. And people paid $25. But my joy and my money and it came from that. I just would sit back sometimes and just be in awe. It's like, oh my gosh, these people are having a good time. And and it sounds so cliche, but I'm gonna tell y'all that is my high, knowing that that's why I wanted to run a club so bad. I wanted to have a club, get it out there so people would come in and have a good time. At the end of the night, it's like, damn, these people left out of here. They came in here upset. They came up here, probably had all kind of problems, but they walked out. Now they might have walked out leaning over in their shoes and stuff, but they left better than they came in that building. You know what I mean? And so for a DJ, I bet you guys feel that same way. Almost like a doctor. You think?
Yeah. I mean, it's the way you administer the medicine, and how much of the dosage that you give them. And then not only that, when you can connect with other doctors and y'all can get together, because see, I got some great boys that I work with. And when we connect and when we get together, you get that connection, and then they come in and they give you a little vibe or a little kick to give you, or they'll give you a little phone, a little medicine, say, hey, try this one. And then, it's just a beautiful feeling. I've been feeling this high for a long time. I didn't know how fun it was until I almost lost it.
Wow.
And then when I back and I started thinking about how good I felt, and then I had, like I said, bringing along other people, the newer cats coming too gave me another, because Q and Jerron gave me
second win.
He gave me a second win because Q and Jerron made me think, and I was like, wow, and I loved it. So then it was a medicine that I could not. I'm on a high on a regular with it. So I found my love of music again all over again. So yeah,
definitely. Anybody else have any thoughts about what this DJ thing does for y'all besides just people saying, oh, they just a DJ and they there to play music and play whatever song I want them to play when I want them to play it? Trina.
Well, music to me is love. Music is it's an energy that you can kind of control and bring. So when you have a room full of people and everybody comes in with different thoughts, different feelings, you are able to administer like you said, go back to the doctor reference, you're able to administer the right dosage of this or give them a little bit of that. And then if you're watching the floor, if you're watching the crowd and you see people and you kind of know them and you can kind of tell and gauge what type of mood they're in, and you're able to, kind of control the room that way. And It's always a great feeling when those people come up to you that behind the scenes or after the place, and they come and tell you about some story that they had on the way there. Oh, I had a blowout, or I've lost this, or I've lost that, and my night was made. And that's really the pay.
Definitely.
The money pays for our equipment, but the real pay is to see people enjoy themselves, to get that one moment out of all of the chaos that you're going through, to have that one moment on the dance floor, that one moment at, that night or that day, to get on that floor and dance. That's what makes the heart tingle.
Yes. Snoop?
I was going to give an example. This guy, I was doing First Saturday, and this guy named Darren, every time, at the end of the night, he'll be like, Snoop, man, why you do it? He said, every time I come in here, man, I leave my knees killing me. I say, man, I'm sorry. He said, no, don't be sorry. I love it, so, that made me feel good,
Yeah, yeah. Corey?
Hey, you always gonna have put it like this, you're never gonna please everybody. I don't care what nobody say. You can't never please everybody. All you can do is please the mass, you know what I'm saying? And that's all we can do.
Yeah.
And that goes for DJs, promoters, everything. You never gonna please a whole room of people, but just try and please the majority of them. That's
and you'll lose your mind trying to please everybody. I know I'm worrisome. I'm the DJ's worst nightmare not when you're working with me. I'm the worst nightmare when I am in the club and want to hear requests. I am that patron that comes over and be like, I want to hear this song. Well, what's the name of it, Trina? I don't know. Well, how does it go? I don't know. I think I've done that to most of y'all. I'm sure I have. You know how it goes,
Yeah.
Funny thing about it is most of y'all oblige, and y'all either kind of, once we find out what the song is, the next event, somewhere there, you play it for me, whatever. So, what is your most annoying thing? And this is all in fun, guys. But wait, you don't have to name no names. It could be just a situation. But what is the most annoying thing as a DJ? One, because I know y'all got a lot of them.
I'll let Kevin
Besides, what'd you say?
I'll let Kevin go.
Kevin, you go first because you laughing hard, so you must have one.
I just hate the fact that you just come, not even say hello, but asking for a song, not even respecting. I am human. Just hello, how are you? And then you're requesting something, and didn't even say hello. You just want a song, and then you expect me to play it right then.
Right then.
Right then, and then you don't even know the name of it. That's a piece all within itself. You don't speak. You don't say, you want to request a song, you want it right then, and then you don't even know the name of the song.
No name of the song. Exactly.
But you say,
well, see, I only have one of those. I only just don't know the name of the song because I say hi. Matter of fact, y'all probably be saying shut up, but just tell me what song you want to hear. But
now, Trina, I told you years ago about the requests. I say, if you request a song and it's not in the theme of what I'm playing that's got this flow pack, and you just want to hear it and bob your head like this, guess what? I'll burn you a CD and you can go out to your car.
You know what else? I've had DJs call people out to be like, okay, now you requested this. I'm gonna need you to come get on this floor. You can beg me all night long for this song. You sit down.
How you gonna ask for a song at a dance event and want to just sit there in your seat and bob your head like you at a hip hop club?
Well, I have one answer to that though.
That makes no sense though. That makes no sense.
I get it. But what if don't nobody want to dance with me? I don't have nobody to dance with. What am I do? I guess I gotta dance by myself.
Line dance. Nah, just playing.
Miss Carol will dance on whatever you play. She gonna get her a dance in. Miss Carol probably has the most dances all night long when she leaves.
I met Miss Carol and them some years back and did a line dance function for them, and I promise you, for 8 hours, dang near, them people walk in, and I'm telling you, these people came in walking in like they were, disabled. These folks for 7.5 hours straight did nothing but line dance, and I mean, like they were kids. I
Yes.
couldn't understand it. I
Yes.
couldn't understand it. But hey, I loved it because hey, that was their exercise, and they were cutting up.
On that note, there's a guy, I can't call his name right, but he was a member of TSI, Houston TSI. He just passed.
Yeah, the one that passed. Yeah.
Yes. I used to love to watch him line dance. He lined dance, and I can't think of his name, but I do want to send prayers to his family because he passed last week, a week before last.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody gets the Houston TSI update newsletter. It was in there. Snoop, you have to have an annoying thing.
Like somebody come up and request a song that just is not gonna go with the flow, and so they might come up three times that night. I'm saying, okay, all right, I got you. But it's just, I just can't do it. I can't do it.
And they want you to play it right.
Snoop
Have
just said,
y'all
I
ever
just
had?
hold up, Trina, Snoop just did that same thing he did with how he did it. Look, I just can't do it. I just
And
can't
it
do
sounds
it.
smooth.
Yeah.
Can you even be rude?
Really?
Do you even? You can be. Kevin, he know how to be rude. No.
I swear I let him, but it just.
I think if he was trying to tell somebody off, it would be so smooth you wouldn't even know you was told off.
Say, baby.
That's funny. Okay, Q. What about you?
Kind of along the same lines with the other fellas. Typically, when someone comes over and asks for a song or requests a song, and on top of that, they don't leave. They just stand there in your space and they try to hold a conversation, and you're still trying to read the floor. Find the song, find your next song, and you're just in your zone, and they're just in your space, and they may be talking about something, and you can't hear. It's like, what do you want? It's like, all right,
That's funny.
all right, bye.
Y'all are at work. They don't get that sometimes, I don't think. Yeah, that's funny. I went to a little, I don't know what that thing was. It was like a jig joint or something like that. But I went with my mama to a party, and this goes to requests. So, wasn't a lot of people there. I'd never been there before. So I walked over to the DJ. I said, oh, I want to hear this song. And I think I actually knew the name of the song. So I go to the booth and ask the lady for the song. She's like, okay, no problem. I go back to my desk, go back to my seat, and next thing I know, the person says, okay, everybody, I just want to make this announcement now. I am not a jukebox. Excuse me? Why didn't you just say, you had to call me out like that? So my mama said, is she talking about you? Yeah, so let's leave now. But I had never been there before. She could have told me she didn't want to take my request. She played the song though.
Now, I never put nobody on blast like that. I never do that. And when people do ask for requests, you try and work them in, when the time is right.
Yeah, I agree. I understand what y'all are saying though about the request and people wanting you to play it right then. Have y'all ever had? Because I've sat at the table and heard this. Has someone ever come to you and say, well, "What? Are you in love or something? Is that why you playing that kind of music?" I hear it at the table, to tables when you go out. They get to playing slow music, but that's about the time for y'all to go to these bars and buy y'all some alcohol, because we got to sell alcohol up in here for y'all to be able to keep these doors open. So go get your alcohol. Okay, so what?
Okay,
I think we've already. I know. I got water right now. What has been your most embarrassing moment as a DJ? Do you have one?
I got one.
Okay.
I'm playing a song, and this was when I first started Serato. Didn't know nothing about the capacity of the programming, the laptop capacity, and all that stuff. So my music started breaking up on me, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? But luckily it was a party for a friend of mine, and it was about 10 people in the house, so it didn't really, affect me, but that was one of my most embarrassing moments.
To make it look like you weren't prepared, but it was just that you was new.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. That's embarrassing. Anybody else? Has anybody ever started playing music and the music just didn't come on and y'all was playing and you didn't know it? That's stupid. No, y'all do that.
The only ones I hated was when like we do a major events and stuff, and people come in and you ask for the music ahead of time, and then they come bring you a music CD at the last minute, and it's scratched and all this and the other stuff, and you playing it for the first time, and then it come back looking like it's your stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you get this from these people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why we ask when you're doing events for your music before you even get there, so you already have it and make sure everything plays right.
So do you guys require nowadays for people to do it by MP? Is the MP3? Do y'all kind of require that if somebody has a request?
It don't matter what it is. You can call me up and say, hey, we doing this song right here. Okay. Are you playing the whole song? You mixing it up? Is it a mix? If you got it, just email it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. You just saying for them to have it ahead of time so you can be prepared.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Q or Lethal Weapon, y'all ain't had no embarrassing moments?
Well, one of my most embarrassing moments was actually playing, had the floor packed and everything going, and I accidentally stepped on the power cord, the power switch for my power strip, and everything cut off.
In the middle of an event?
In the middle of an event.
Yeah.
So
the life of a DJ.
I stepped on the power strip, shoot, everything cut off.
That's crazy. So how long did it take you to get it back up?
Not long, because you think quickly as far as like troubleshooting. So the first thing I did was look down at my power if everything went off. So I knew it had to be a power issue. So I looked at the plug in the wall. It was still in the wall, and I looked down at my foot.
Oh, yeah. Click. Lethal Weapon. Nothing.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I DJ'd a wedding at a hotel, and at this point, my brother used to be he used to set up everything for me. And this particular time, me and my brother got into it, and he set everything up. And when I was doing the control of the volume control, I don't know what happened, but I freaked out, and everything was blasting loud. And this was in a hotel. So every time a song would come on, I'm thinking I'm ready. I would have to shut the system totally off and cut it back on to start every song. I would have to, because the volume was so loud. I don't know what he did. I freaked out, but he cut the volume was so high. I didn't know what I didn't never know what I was. So when I finally figured out what was going on, I would have to cut the volume all the way off and gradually cut it back on when I got ready to play another song. And that was I don't fault my brother. It was my fault because I didn't learn what I was doing. But that was the most embarrassing moment. I cried that whole night because I was just like,
oh, that's horrible.
Yes.
So I don't have an embarrassing moment in dance, I don't think, but I'll just tell y'all. So I always tell people, my mama and my grandmother have just taught me that you don't show everything to everybody. You just don't. Like, you ain't gonna never know what's up under here. When I go to the beauty shop, I'm just as cute as I am right now. So all you know is something happened in there for a few hours, and I come back looking good. Okay. So you don't be showing all the secrets. You don't show them braids that's up under there. So I was at if y'all haven't heard the story already, I was at a meat market pregnant. You remember, I don't know if y'all remember, but they used to have these ponytails that used to button. Well, I guess I didn't button mine good enough. And so somebody from school, and I was just talking to him and twisting my little ponytail, and I whipped it around, and there was the ponytail in my hand, wrapped around my finger. So I had this little twig just sticking up there. That was a very embarrassing moment. So that's mine. But with Zydeco, I've been to places, and my friend was the sound guy. And so they always had to tell them that before they could come and perform, they had to have a certain amount of power to keep the music going, right? So it would cut off if they played, I guess, a certain frequency. I don't know how that works, whatever. Do y'all have to do anything like that? Or your music is not that powerful like the Zydeco?
and I'm going to speak because Snoop and Corey have done some things with me. They've always made sure that the power was correct and on point, and it's always been that. So we've always been on point with that because they're good technicians with that. Snoop and I have been to a function together where this man had concert speakers. Snoop and I was standing there, and he had concert speakers, and it was at a kind of like a Zydeco event, and the power blew out, and it was on one of the songs, and I heard it go, and then I heard the song get ready to start, and the power blew out.
Yes.
And we were like, wow. I've never had that happen in a dance function. I've had some things. Snoop has always helped me out.
Yeah.
But they do have to have enough power to hold what they're doing. Because some of them really, they
don't understand how. I don't think they understand how important it is either. Because at this particular one of the particulars I went to was in Galveston, and they didn't have enough, and it was out for it was out so much to where the band was ready to go. You know, the leader of the band was ready to go, but it went out that long. It was like y'all don't have no power.
Well, see, you're talking about two different things. An event that we do as far as a dance thing should never take as much power as it would be for a live event, because they have more amps and they have more outlets and they need more power than we would need.
That's what
you see
I was
what
thinking.
I'm saying? So the things that we do and the venues that we play at, they're very sufficient for it. You know what I'm saying?
So even like the venue where they have the, I'm finna say LJet, I went way back. Black and white ball with a venue that's that big, that doesn't matter about that either, right?
No, because I've torn it. I've rocked the heck out of that place with just eight cabinet speakers and 2 subs. So that's no big thing right there.
Okay.
See, when you talk about power, the new speakers that we running today, they don't require as much power, but when you go and bypass and you have amps like Corey said, those amps will pull that power. And if it's too much for the circuit breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all that's paying attention to this, okay, I asked that question on purpose. It was kind of strategic. I kind of want y'all to understand that a DJ is not somebody just comes spin records. Like, they have work. They got to put in work. They got to know what they're doing. There are things that you don't realize that goes on into the preparation for an event. And so lots of that has to be considered. You know, they do a lot of swing out or dance events, but also there are other events that they can be invited to. So again, just note that when you up there going in on them about a song, think about all the other things that they have to think about. They have to keep people happy and different things on the at the venue.
We the first ones there and the last ones to leave.
Your most memorable or proudest moments as a DJ.
Dance DJ or overall?
Overall. That's a big one. That's too broad.
No, that's not too broad. For me, has always been ISDC as of late, because with the dance, I've been in since 2010. To be honest, I just Mama Brenda Matthews, shout out to her when she was in the house of swing on Alabonson. Little did I know that after all of that,
that's right.
And I was the DJ there. What I was doing, but she trusted me enough. And then shout out to my little bro John Seeger, because Thirst was everything to me on a Wednesday.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that this would be so big. I met Corey, I met Snoop, Q, all of those guys. But that was ISDC to me from the start to now. For me being a DJ to now being an MC has probably been one of the proudest and biggest accomplishments for me to date.
Awesome. I think that is really awesome. Kevin, I'll say that is something, that is a gift that you have, that which I tend to, certain events, I tend to picture you at when I have it. I know which DJ I'm going to use for which most of the time if I don't use. So I got this dream I'm going to use everybody. But anyway, because you have that personality, if you will, of being the MC kind of person. It's another DJ, I'm not even gonna say his name, but anyway, there's another DJ that's real entertaining, but he can be a little corny and a little goofy. Kevin, you know how to have fun and not be goofy or corny. Does that make sense? So I do appreciate you for that, and the fun you bring in. You're not afraid to have fun, you know.
I got the energy that they give me is the energy they give back, because all of a sudden they're coming to be entertained. And
oh yeah,
the presentation is what I do. And then when you see people that are always there to support that each and every weekend or each and every event, you tend to want to feed off of them because you know they're going to give it to you. Prime example, Johnny B. If I don't see Johnny B at a dance function, something's wrong. You know, it's way because I'm a feed off of him. He's going to give it to me.
Yeah.
In every, so that's one of those people that I love to see because he's always a lot.
Yeah.
I pull off that medicine from him. So yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna go back to that.
Go ahead.
That first cruise that we did, I had the most fun on that cruise. I didn't know that I was going to be emceeing and DJing at the same time, but that cruise was so much fun for me. I thank you for that one.
I appreciate you doing that. We fell out about it, but we know we had a good time and it was some good memories. Shit. By the time that cruise was over, Kevin went to his room and was like, "Look, I'm tired of taking orders. I'm tired. I'm going to bed." I was like, "Well, where is the DJ?" He said he was tired. I was like, "Oh, okay." But we had a good time, and you know, it's so funny that we're all like family because we have our ups, we have our downs, but you know, I think it's always good when you can get past that. You know what I mean? When you know that was just the time. This is a good part. Just because we fell out today about something like that, that don't mean we ain't friends forever and for life. You know what I'm saying? And I hope more people start feeling that because that's how I am. I know who Trina is. I know this girl can get on y'all nerves. I know. But y'all came to love me and all that getting on your nervousness.
You just won't go away. You might as well. You're gonna love it.
I tried to go away, but I had to come back. That y'all, them medicine was calling me back. It helped me so I can come back with a bang. Corey, I don't even remember what the question was. Your most memorable moment as a DJ.
Honestly,
or your most proudest moment.
My most memorable time as DJing had got to be the whole time when we had the Melody Ballroom. That was the most funnest I had DJing out of everything because once a month, people were coming in from out of town, flocking. They go to Dallas this weekend. Everybody flock down to Houston, and everybody's under one umbrella. We danced off anything, and we just had fun. You look on the floor, I'm up here DJing. I look down, 300, 400 people down there just enjoying themselves. Now it's what kind of party is it? Who doing
our
this?
Feet hurt. That's all I like to say. I like to say that we dance until our feet hurt.
Man,
you know,
those years were some of the best years, and made you just want to dang come out and have fun. Those were the best memories.
So speaking of Johnny B, you know when it's been you dancing, we say dance till our feet hurt. That damn Johnny B will get to talk about his hip. You know, so he ain't had a good time if he don't complain about that hip for his. So yeah, I remember we went somewhere, and I don't know, but the dance floor I thought it was wood. He said, "That ain't no damn wood, girl. That's cement because my hip hurt." I was like, "Boy, you so stupid." So, all right, DJ Snoop.
My most memorable, well, it has to be. It's three. Number one, I did an event for this. It was a class reunion out of this school out of Louisiana. They did a class reunion here. It was like a 3-day event, and you know, I was still kind of, you know, just getting into DJing, and it was a debate between me and another guy, and they picked me, and they had such a good time, you know, and I was like, you know, I was, you know, grateful, you know, to be picked, and grateful that I was able to, you know, provide them with what they needed, you know, what they. And my second was when I first started ASLD. That's where I began in the dance community, and you know, they brought me in like family and just, you know, welcomed me with love and open arms, you know.
Definitely.
Third would have to be ISDC. I've learned so much, and you know, with Lethal Weapon and everybody, you know, that's on board, and it's it makes you like, you know, step up your game. And now it's like it has to be perfect. And when you see all those people on the dance floor,
Mm-hmm.
it makes you feel. I mean, it's just an unbelievable feeling. You know that you can have all these people dancing, you know, to your group, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's exciting. It's exciting.
I haven't experienced ISDC, but I definitely am on. I was on board for the have it whenever we're able to have it. I was like, I ain't gonna have no date for New Year's, so I'll definitely be there. It might be just me, Tina, and the crew, but I'll be there because I don't have no date. But whenever they have it, I'm definitely gonna be there because you guys have so many people have the description that everybody gives of this event. I just can't miss it again. But I want to give a shout out to Miss Tina, because I've heard so much about her. And I mean, I've met her, don't get me wrong, but I mean, before I actually met her and interviewed her, I've heard so many awesome things about her. So when I sat down and interviewed with her, she's just as awesome as I had heard. And the very first competition she was over that we knew about here, that one that kind of went awry, even though it went cuckoo, I heard the good things about her and how organized she was and how, you know, together she had everything. So shouts out to Miss Tina. Miss Tina, I always get it back. Miss Tina Armstrong Morales or Morales Armstrong, which one? I always forget. Always mess that up. Q.
Yes,
Do you
one
remember
of
the
my
question?
most,
Okay.
I remember. One of my most memorable moments was opening or doing the Wednesday nights at the Duck Off. I have to say that was one of my favorite times because, you know, you do a lot of parties, do a lot of different events and gigs, but you really don't have a place called home or a place that you have, you know, that you're there, that you're going to frequent. And to be in control, so I was my own promoter and DJ, and still got everyone in for free, and still tried to incorporate something for us to do on a weekly basis here in Houston. So out of all the things that I've done, big, small, or whatever, I just, for some reason, the Duck Off sits in my heart, and it's one of my places.
And I must say that about the Duck Off. That was a place. Me and Corey talked when we said it a few times today that you know, it's nothing like the old days what we had. You know, things were just so different. And I'm gonna let you know that, and I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, Q, is that the first place that I felt like that again was when I came to the Duck Off. It became my Wednesday night spot, and I was living in Spring at the time, and I would come over there on a Wednesday night because I felt very comfortable. It was kind of like it was then, to where it was no, I call them superstars. It wasn't none of that superstar-ishness. It was just everybody was just dancing and having a good time. And, you know, even if I went and didn't dance, I was having fun. Everybody was talking and mingling. And I think somebody on Facebook posted, they saw me post that I was there. They said, "Oh, you win." I was like, "Yeah, you got to go, because this is, if I go on a Wednesday night, you know something, you know." So thank you for that. And hopefully that when the world opens back up, you find you another home that can be and Q, and to all of y'all's personalities are just it speaks for themselves on what you bring to the table when you have an event or you DJ an event. It's just like I can't describe. Well, the DJ, what do they call it? The DJ sets the tone of the room. You know, so I also say DJs that doing what you do, Q, you set the tone of that event. And because of who you are, that event became not an event that was just for these special few people to shine. It was for everybody to have a good time and shine. Does that make sense at all? What I'm saying?
It makes sense. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
Okay.
and also, I try to also bring in, you know, some of the other DJs, even from out of town. I try to make it a place where we could all come and have a good time and just, you know, bring that love back, that having fun. It's not about, you know, this person or that person. That's just let's get back to dancing. Let's get back to having fun. Let's get back to living. So that was the purpose of trying to do that.
Thank y'all again for joining me today. And so I'm gonna bring up a few things. I gotta tell you my memorable moment. My proudest moment, not as a DJ though, but my most memorable moment, of course, were my gala. Everything I did, I love event planning. And if I tell y'all, that's probably the biggest part of my life that I miss. But as you know, you have to have people. People say this thing about everybody not gonna like you, and it don't matter. You keep doing what you're doing. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's not true. people have to kind of like you to come to your event. And unfortunately, you know, there's been some things, and we can all play happy and sing kumbaya, but the truth is the truth. I gave some hell of events, and I could do that again. But I gotta have people to quit with the stupidity and the childishness and the immaturity to allow me to be able to come back and have those events again. I went away for a while so I could get my head together on some things that I had to take care of. So there's no reason that if anybody, we can take it off of me, if anybody gives an event in that dance community, everybody needs to support it. And you need to be someone who can stand up and stand away from the crowd or the bandwagon route. You don't be a bandwagon route. Let me say that, change that. Step away from the crowd and participate, support who you want to support. These DJs, which I know, I think all of you have always supported me in anything I've done. Q, since I've met you, you've definitely done the same. So I thank y'all for all your support. I thank you for always being there. I thank y'all for what y'all do for this dance community, because it's work, you know? Lastly, on a great note, I was talking to Brigida and I'm talking to a few other people. I think when the world opens up, we should have a year of reunions. Like Houston Bio, 4th Saturday. Yeah.
Hey, it all can happen. It all can happen. It should happen.
Picnic. Yeah. We can have us a duck off reunion. Like we can be ready. We can have a whole year of stuff, you know?
Houston,
but we all gotta huh? What'd you say, Kevin?
I think a lot of people will be ready for that because they haven't danced. And I think they are aching to dance and have these functions to get out and not have to worry about all of this. So
extra.
all this extra, all this other stuff. And I think, and you're right, and I'm going to just say this, if you haven't mended any ways, if you haven't tied up any loose ends from some bull, that ain't really even any bull, it's minor. Tie it up now because, like I say, it's unnecessary, and that's negative energy that you don't need. So like I say, this dance is, we brought in the dance because we loved it. We need to go back to that. And like you were saying, we losing too many people, and I'm not going to, you know, when I see people now, after this COVID is over, I'm hugging folks that I ain't hugged in a while because I'm like, this is not normal. I gotta love on you. I don't want to I don't live on you when you're dead. I don't want to do that. I don't care if you love me. I want to love on you now. If you have some issues, I want to solve them and be done. I don't want to go without saying that I saw and tied up all loose ends. So let's get back to this love of dance. And we got DJs, we got a lot of people in place that can do that. Trina, thank you for coming back. It's good to see all of my boys.
Yes.
I want to see us to just have fun.
Just have fun. Yeah. No. So we're going to work on these reunions. We're going to get some stuff going when this world opens. I want to thank y'all. I don't know if there are any last words anybody have, except voting. I made a commitment to any time I'm on this platform that I will be saying, please go vote.
Please.
Please.
It's essential.
I can't take 4 years of this bullshit.
There you go, Snoop. Yes.
I'm just saying.
Tell you, boy, hug your best say, boy, hug your best be going.
You had it in you.
I can't take 4 more years of this bullshit.
What'd you say, Kevin?
I want to shout out to Q because Q is now he's on board with us for ISDC. He's one of the DJs.
I heard that. Congratulations, Q.
Thank you.
I love everybody, but I'm when it comes to that ISDC, that's a part of me. Like I say, when you get ready for that, that's a weekend of your feet hurting, but you're happy. It's that medicine that you need, and I need to see everybody building. And also, Trina, I want to make sure that when you have your event, count me in, and whatever you want me to do, I'm there. I'm putting it out there live publicly. You already know we can make it.
I already know. I didn't mention that earlier, but we did have I had an event, a live music event coming in. When was it coming? Oh, April. April. Of course, it was canceled. I was gonna put it at my birthday. That didn't work out, but it's a live music event. We definitely gonna bring that back one day. when this world open, because the world is gonna open, y'all. But good to see y'all. I appreciate y'all. Now, does anybody have a alcoholic or non-alcoholic beverage around them for y'all to have your toast with me? Let me grab my thing out the freezer. If you don't, it's okay. Oh, mine's frozen.
I got some fruit.
That's fine. That's okay. I'm getting ready to go eat another birthday dinner. I got 2 more birthday dinners coming up. Then I can go on my diet.
I got my new autographed cups. That got me on here. Got my new.
Look at that.
All right.
Well, all right, everybody. First of all, again, thank you guys for joining. Make sure y'all go to www.youtube.com/chatwithtrina. Hit subscribe and then hit that little bell so that you can be notified when I upload a new video. And thank y'all for joining me for Trina's Favorite People. This is the last Trina's Favorite People episode, so I have made it. I finished it. This won't happen like this again. So
happy birthday
you guys.
And congratulations.
Thank you, y'all. I love y'all. Toast to my birthday. Thank you.
Cheers.
Lady Champagne will be on. I don't know if y'all know Lady Champagne from Dallas will be on with me on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. I will be live every Wednesday from now on. So see you later.
All right. Have a good one.
Again. Bye.
All right, fellas.
All right.